Stand-up comedy has got to be one of the most difficult of skills to master. Gordy Tupper takes a look at one newbie who's ready to give it a try.
So you've been out of town, and I'm hoping that you've got your material ready for the show on the March 10th.
This is well-known local entertainer Kirsten von Ritzen with one of her students, Patrick Boyle. They're prepping for his, well, let's call it comedy thesis coming up in a few days.
I'm actually extremely nervous about, at that particular time, I will have to be funny.
Everyone has that fear,
yeah.
And you kind of have to just let it go.
Kirsten teaches a local workshop on stand-up comedy, something that would strike fear into the hearts of most people.
People have to kind of be born with a sense of humor. That's not something I can teach, but I do teach them how to structure a joke, avoid amateur mistakes, create new material, and then I have them do their stand-up comedy debut at the end of the session.
And that's what Patrick and 9 other students will be doing at the Coffee House next week. Why do you want to do stand-up comedy?
I've always wanted to, and people always say, oh, you're funny, you should do stand-up comedy. But having done the class...
And you took them seriously, right?
Well, yeah, but it's way harder than like just being funny, or if you think you're funny, or if you can do a funny voice, whatever.
To see how good a student Patrick was, we set up an impromptu show with one of the table of patrons, and he started off with some Dr. Phil material.
You're not telling her what you think you need to tell yourself. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
His audience and his teacher reacted pretty well, despite not knowing who Dr. Phil was.
He was very good because I actually didn't know a lot of the things that he was talking about, but I still found it, like, the jokes were amusing even though I didn't get the reference points.
Watching Patrick work his audience, you could tell right away he was a pretty good communicator. And you know what? He should be. You're a doctor, a PhD.
Oh, yeah, I cannot prescribe anything. I teach at UVic, that's all. I hope my classes are funny, but not too funny, but a little bit. Like, there's a performative quality, I guess, to other parts of my life that, you know, it can translate over.
Do you think he has what it takes to be a comedian?
I think so. I think he's really funny.
You can check them all out for yourself Saturday the 10th at the Hillside Mocha House. And hey, you know, if it doesn't work out for Patrick, he can always fall back on that professorial thing.